Hi, hello, and welcome to a brand new episode of our English Learning Podcast.
Yes, welcome everyone. Wherever you're listening from, on the bus, at the gym, washing the dishes, welcome.
I'm your host, Mia.
And I'm Leo, and together we are the English Leap Podcast.
So, today's episode is a big one. We're talking about dreams, success, and motivation. Basically, the three things everyone says they want, but nobody actually knows how to talk about in English.
Oh, this is so true. I can say I want to be successful in about 10 different languages badly, but explaining why I want it in English, my brain just shuts down.
That's exactly it. And that's why we're here.
Okay, real talk. Can I tell you something embarrassing?
Always. That's literally your job here.
So, last year, I was at a networking event. Very fancy, very intimidating, and this guy asks me, "So, what's your dream, career-wise?" And in my head, I had this whole beautiful answer. Like a paragraph, poetic even.
And what came out of your mouth?
I want good job. Big job. Success job.
Success job.
Success job, Mia. That's what I said. To a real human being. And then I just smiled and slowly backed away like I was in a horror movie.
Okay, but here's the thing, and I say this to you every single episode. That fear you felt, that freeze, it's not because your English is bad. It's because talking about big personal topics like dreams and ambition is hard in any language. English just adds an extra layer of pressure.
It really does feel like an extra layer, like wearing a heavy coat over a coat.
That's actually a perfect way to put it. And today, we're going to take that heavy coat off. We're going to give you the real words, the real phrases for talking about your goals, your motivation, and even your failures in a way that sounds natural, confident, and completely you.
So, if you've ever frozen when someone asked, "What's your 5-year plan?" this episode is your rescue mission.
Let's leap in. So, Leo, let's start simple. When you hear the word success, what's the first image that pops into your head?
Honestly, money. A nice apartment, maybe a dog that doesn't destroy my furniture.
Very relatable goals.
But then I feel guilty because I think, shouldn't my dream be something deeper, something more meaningful? And then I spiral a little.
Okay, this is such an important point, and I want to slow down here. So many of our listeners feel exactly what you just described. This pressure that their dream has to be huge, dramatic, and life-changing, or it doesn't count.
Right. I want to speak English confidently feels small compared to I want to change the world.
But here's the truth. Motivation doesn't work like a light switch. It's not on or off. Think of motivation like a campfire.
A campfire?
Yes. In the beginning, when you first start a fire, it's huge. Big flames, lots of energy. You feel unstoppable. That's day one of any new goal. Learning English, starting a business, whatever it is.
Oh, I know that feeling. Day one, I'm basically fluent in my imagination.
Exactly. But a big fire like that burns fast, and it burns out. By day 5 or week 2, the flames are gone, and you're left staring at some smoke, feeling like a failure.
That's painfully accurate.
But real, lasting motivation isn't a bonfire. It's small, steady logs, added one at a time, day after day. It's not exciting, it's not dramatic, but it keeps you warm for years, not for one night.
So basically, stop looking for the huge, dramatic spark and start looking for the boring daily log.
Exactly. Consistency beats intensity every single time.
Okay, but here's my pragmatic pushback. What happens when life gets in the way? I had this whole plan to practice English for 30 minutes every morning. Beautiful plan. And then work got chaotic, and the plan just evaporated.
This is where I want to introduce another idea, the concept of resilience. Resilience isn't about never falling down. It's about how quickly you get back up.
So it's less like a superhero who never gets hurt and more like a rubber ball?
A rubber ball is perfect, actually. Drop it, it bounces back. It doesn't shatter. That's resilience. And here's the beautiful part. Every single successful person you admire has dropped that ball 100 times. The difference is they kept bouncing back.
Okay. But I have to admit something. Sometimes I don't even try because I'm scared of failing publicly. Like, if I fail privately, that's fine. Nobody sees it. But failing in front of people? Terrifying.
That fear has a name. It's often connected to what we call fear of judgment. And I want to say this clearly to everyone listening. That fear is not weakness. It's human. It's actually your brain trying to protect your social status. Because for thousands of years, being rejected by the group meant real danger.
So my brain thinks a language exchange app is a life or death situation?
Basically, yes. Your ancient brain doesn't know the difference between I'll be kicked out of the tribe and someone might laugh at my accent. It reacts the same way, with fear, with freezing.
That actually makes me feel so much better. It's not that I'm uniquely dramatic. My brain is just outdated software.
Outdated software, exactly. And once you understand that, you can gently update it. Every time you speak English despite the fear, you're proving to your brain, look, nothing bad happened. We're safe. Little by little, the fear gets quieter.
So it's like retraining a nervous dog to trust people again.
Yes, with patience and small wins and a lot of encouragement.
Okay, but can I add one more layer to this? Because I think there's something else that stops people. And it's not fear of failing. It's fear of starting.
Oh, tell me more.
So for me, whenever I want to start something new, a course, a habit, a conversation in English, my brain does this thing where it imagines the entire mountain. Like, not just the first step, but the whole climb, the summit, the storms halfway up, everything. And then I get so overwhelmed by the size of the mountain that I just don't take the first step at all.
That's such an honest thing to admit, and I think almost everyone listening just nodded. This is actually a well-known trap. We call it the overwhelm spiral. Your brain tries to protect you by showing you everything at once, but instead of protecting you, it paralyzes you.
So what's the fix? Just don't look at the mountain?
Sort of. Think of it like walking through fog with a flashlight. You don't need to see the entire mountain. You only need enough light to see the next few steps in front of you. One conversation, one sentence, one tiny brave attempt.
A flashlight in the fog. I like that.
And here's the beautiful part. Once you take that first small step, the fog moves with you. You suddenly see the next step and the next. The whole mountain was never the point. The next step always was.
Okay, I want to admit something else. And this is a bit embarrassing.
Go on.
Sometimes, when I compare myself to other English learners online, people who seem so confident, so fluent, so effortless, I feel like giving up completely. Like, what's the point? They're already so far ahead of me. This is one of the most common traps in the entire self-improvement world, not just language learning. Comparison. And here's the problem with comparison. You're comparing your behind the scenes to someone else's highlight reel. You see their confident 30-second video, but you don't see the 100 awkward, embarrassing attempts that came before it. So it's like watching a magician and forgetting there's a whole trick behind the curtain.
Exactly. Every fluent speaker you admire once sounded exactly like you do now. The gap between you and them isn't talent. It's simply time and repetition.
Okay, that honestly makes me feel calmer already.
Good. Because motivation isn't about eliminating fear, comparison, or doubt completely. It's about learning to act anyway, in small, steady steps, even while those feelings are still there.
Okay, I love this. But let's be practical for a second. How do we actually talk about this stuff? Because everything we just said was beautiful, but if someone asked me right now, what motivates you? I'd probably freeze again.
Perfect timing, Leo, because that's exactly what we're doing next. All right, everyone, it's time for our favorite segment, the word tour. This is where we go back through everything we just talked about and pull out the strongest, most useful words so you can actually use them in real conversations.
Grab a notebook or just relax and let it sink in. Either way works.
Let's start with our first word, resilience.
Resilience.
It means the ability to recover quickly from difficulties, like that rubber ball we talked about.
Example 1. After failing the interview twice, she showed real resilience and tried again a third time.
Example 2. Learning a language requires resilience because you will make mistakes almost every day.
Second word, consistency.
Consistency. Doing something regularly and in the same way over time. Remember our steady logs on the campfire?
Example 1. His consistency, not his talent, is what made him fluent in 2 years.
Example 2. I'm trying to build consistency by practicing speaking for just 10 minutes every day.
Third word, to spiral.
This one's a great one. To spiral means your thoughts start going down and down, getting more negative and out of control, almost like water going down a drain.
Example 1. I made one small mistake in the meeting and then I spiraled, thinking I was terrible at my job.
Example 2. Try not to spiral when you get negative feedback. Just take a breath and look at it calmly.
Fourth word, to evaporate.
To evaporate literally means when liquid turns into gas and disappears, but we also use it for plans or motivation that just vanish suddenly.
Example 1. My motivation to go to the gym completely evaporated once winter arrived.
Example 2. All my confidence evaporated the second the interviewer asked a hard question.
Fifth word, unstoppable.
Unstoppable means someone or something that cannot be stopped, full of powerful energy and determination.
Example 1. On the first day of her new diet, she felt unstoppable, like nothing could get in her way.
Example 2. The team felt unstoppable after their third win in a row.
And our sixth and final word, to bounce back.
To bounce back means to recover quickly after something bad happens. Again, connected to that rubber ball image.
Example 1. He lost his job in March, but he bounced back and started his own business by summer.
Example 2. It's okay to feel disappointed. Just make sure you bounce back and try again tomorrow.
Okay, that's a solid list so far. But wait, didn't you also mention overwhelm earlier? I feel like that deserves a spot too.
Great catch. Let's add it as a bonus word. Overwhelm.
Overwhelm.
As a noun, it means a strong feeling of having too much to deal with, more than you can handle at once, like standing in front of that huge mountain we talked about.
Example 1. The overwhelm of learning grammar, vocabulary, and pronunciation all at once made her want to quit.
Example 2. To avoid overwhelm, focus on one small English lesson a day instead of 10.
And one more, because I think it's essential. Highlight reel.
Ah, yes. The phrase we used for comparing yourself to other people online. A highlight reel is a collection of only the best, most impressive moments, with none of the boring or difficult parts shown.
Example 1. Don't compare your daily life to someone's highlight reel on social media.
Example 2. Her online videos are just a highlight reel. She doesn't show her hundreds of failed practice sessions.
Okay, now that's a solid list. Resilience, consistency, to spiral, to evaporate, unstoppable, to bounce back, overwhelm, and highlight reel.
beautiful stepping stones. All of them. Use just one of these words today in a sentence, even just in your head, and it will start to feel natural. Now let's move into one of my favorite parts of the show, Say It Better. This is where we take those heavy, awkward, overly direct sentences that learners often say, and we transform them into something that sounds smooth, natural, and genuinely native.
Oh, I need this one personally.
Let's start with a classic. Someone says, "My dream is impossible."
Ouch, that's heavy.
Very heavy, and honestly, quite final. Instead, try something like, "My dream feels really far away right now, but I'm working toward it." Do you notice the difference?
Yeah, the first one sounds like the door's closed forever. The second one still has the door open, just far in the distance.
Exactly. Psychologically, impossible shuts down hope completely, while feels far away acknowledges the difficulty without killing the dream.
Okay, my turn. Heavy sentence number 2. I am not motivated.
So direct, so final. Instead, try something like, "I'm having a bit of a low motivation day, but I'm pushing through."
Ooh, low motivation day. That's so much softer than just declaring I am not motivated. Like it's a permanent identity.
Exactly. One sentence describes a temporary mood. The other one sounds like a personality trait you're stuck with forever.
Heavy sentence number 3. And this one is personal. I failed.
Oh, that one really sits heavy in the chest, doesn't it?
It really does.
Try instead, "That didn't go the way I hoped, but I learned a lot." Same situation, completely different emotional weight.
Because I failed sounds like the story is over. But that didn't go the way I hoped sounds like chapter 1 of a longer story.
Beautifully said. Okay, heavy sentence number 4. I will never be successful.
That's a big, scary, dramatic sentence.
Try this instead. Success is taking longer than I expected, but I'm not giving up. Notice we're replacing an absolute, permanent statement with a patient, ongoing one.
I love that. Never is such a strong word. It closes every door at once.
And finally, heavy sentence number 5, one we hear constantly from our community. My English is bad.
I think I've said that exact sentence in my sleep.
Instead, try, my English is still improving, and I'm proud of how far I've come. It shifts the focus from a fixed flaw to an ongoing positive journey.
Okay, I genuinely feel lighter just hearing these versions. It's wild how much softer language can completely change how heavy something feels.
Let's do one more, since I think this one comes up constantly for our listeners. I don't have time to practice English.
Oh, this is the classic guilt sentence. I see this to myself almost daily.
Try instead, I haven't found the right moment yet, but I'm making it a priority. Notice how the first version sounds like a permanent excuse, almost like a locked door, while the second one keeps the responsibility with you, but gently, without any shame attached.
That's such a small change in wording, but it completely shifts the emotional weight from guilt to ownership.
Exactly. And that shift matters because guilt makes people hide and avoid, while gentle ownership makes people take action.
Okay, I genuinely feel lighter just hearing all of these versions. It's wild how much softer language can completely change how heavy something feels.
That's the power of cushioned language. It doesn't hide the truth, it just wraps the truth in kindness, so you can keep moving forward instead of freezing in shame. All right, it's time for your homework. And don't worry, it's small, specific, and honestly, kind of fun. Here's your mission, should you choose to accept it. Write one sentence in the comments below describing your biggest dream using one of today's word tour words. For example, my dream is to become unstoppable in my career, or I want to build consistency in my English practice.
Just one sentence. That's it. Small log on the campfire, remember?
Exactly. And if you're brave,
try transforming one of your own heavy sentences using the Say It Better method and share it too.
And here's an extra challenge for anyone who wants a little more. Try recording yourself, just on your phone, saying one sentence about your biggest dream out loud in English. You don't have to send it to anyone. You don't have to listen back if you don't want to. Just let your own voice hear itself saying that dream out loud in English without freezing.
That's such a powerful little exercise, actually, because so often the fear isn't about other people judging us. It's about us judging ourselves before anyone else even gets the chance.
Okay.
Before we go, I actually want to say something real for a second.
Go for it.
I think a lot of us, myself included, believe that speaking English perfectly is the goal. But after this episode, I don't think that's true anymore.
It's not even close. English isn't a test you pass or fail. It's a bridge. And every single word you use, even the imperfect ones, even the ones with an accent, even the ones that come out a little clumsy, they connect you to another human being.
Connection over perfection.
Connection over perfection, always. Your dreams don't need perfect grammar to be valid, and your voice doesn't need to sound like a native speaker to be worth hearing.
Okay, I feel oddly emotional right now.
That's the podcast working exactly as intended.
All right, everyone. That's our episode for today. Thank you so much for spending this time with us. We know your time is precious, and we're grateful you chose to leap with us today.
Keep dreaming boldly. Keep showing up consistently. And remember, every small step counts more than you think.
And if today's episode felt like it was speaking directly to you, do us a small favor. Share it with one friend who's also chasing a dream but feeling stuck. Sometimes the people around us need to hear these words just as much as we do.
And remember, wherever you are in your journey right now, whether you feel unstoppable today or like your motivation has completely evaporated, you are exactly where you need to be to keep growing.
All right. I feel ready to go say something in English out loud today. Awkward accent and all.
That's the whole point, Leo. That's the whole point. Keep leaping. We'll see you in the next one. Bye for now.